Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center again on this Labor Day. So nice to see you. Thanks again for tuning in. So we are talking about how Labor Day is kind of the unofficial end of summer for many of us. We are traveling either, to our destination today, most likely most of you traveling home from your destination today. So I wanted to take a look at this story to talk a little bit about where travelers are flocking to different airports and what we expected this morning to look like, etc. So we're going to take a look at this story from one of our NBC reporters now. Let's listen in here real quick.
The summer's final holiday weekend is wheels up, and this morning soaring numbers of travelers could break records.
Get to the airport early and be ready for anything.
TSA expects to screen roughly 17.4 million passengers during this Labor Day stretch, making for packed airports.
It might be the busiest Labor Day in 5 decades.
Yeah, this is a long line. I wasn't prepared for it.
But for some, severe weather has put a damper on travel, with thunderstorms stretching from the plains to Florida, causing ground stops and flight delays nationwide, and dangerous conditions in Southern California this weekend. Lifeguards coming to the rescue of hundreds of beachgoers caught in rip currents from San Pedro to Malibu.
We generally see those elevated rescue numbers when we get some surf and ocean conditions that are a little bit more hazardous.
Back in the air, dramatic turbulence forced a SkyWest flight from Aspen to Houston to make an emergency landing Thursday.
SkyWest 5971 emergency aircraft.
The plane dropping nearly 5,000 feet, leaving 2 passengers hospitalized.
I remember seeing the man, bounce up and hit the ceiling of the airplane twice, and then it flung him over into the seats across.
Despite some harrowing travel, one factor for the boost: lower travel prices. According to AAA, domestic round-trip flights are 6% cheaper compared to last year, averaging $720 a ticket. Hotels also 11% lower, and car rentals 3% compared to last Labor Day weekend. And on the road, drivers are paying 15 cents less per gallon than a year ago, with the national average at $3.19 per gallon. All the deals giving Americans incentive to soak up summer's last hurrah.
Yep, but unfortunately, here in Omaha, if you did not travel anywhere, it's not looking too bright and sunny and cheery out there for us this Labor Day weekend. So let's quickly take a live look outside and kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Let me find a camera that gives us the best explanation for the wet and soggy day that we are experiencing on this Labor Day. So let's take a live look at 144th and Dodge now. You can just see all that cloud cover out there. Clearly not a lot of you on the roads this afternoon. Probably a good thing if you don't have to travel home, or if you're headed out and going to make use of this last hurrah for the last summer vacay, if you will. So yeah, traffic flowing smoothly out there, but again, you can see that it's wet and dreary outside. So a quick look at what we can expect this evening from Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord. So he says tonight a 20% chance of spotty showers out there. If you are hitting the roads later, something to take note of: mostly cloudy with some patchy fog, a low of 57. Then if you are taking Tuesday off and deciding to travel on Tuesday, patchy morning fog, decreasing clouds, a high of 76. And as we head into Wednesday, a 70% chance of morning and afternoon showers and breezy with a high of 74. So it appears that the week is getting better for driving conditions and travel conditions and so forth the longer we head into the work week and say goodbye to Labor Day. So some sad news for those of you that are, we're hoping for those summer-like conditions here in the metro. Meanwhile, I do just want to kind of take a quick look on the latest gas prices here in Nebraska. So let me head over to AAA's fuel prices for you. I'll take you there now on their website. Okay, so here's what we're looking at today. These are the fuel prices for the state of Nebraska. So today's AAA national average is $3.19, and this is the price as of today, okay? And this is for the cost for regular gas. And then today's national average compared to what we're experiencing here in Nebraska. So Nebraska is $2.94. So clearly we're below the national average here in Nebraska. And then the cool thing about this website is you can kind of take a look at average gas prices, the different types of gas. So if we're sticking with regular here, but if you get mid-grade or premium, or even if you drive a diesel truck or something like that, you can kind of decide what, if what's this worth to you. So a year ago, the average we just saw in that story, $3.11 a gallon, and then the current average, $2.94 a gallon. So we're doing a lot better than we were a year ago at this same time. So again, just kind of going down, and depending on where you are in the metro, Columbus, Grand Island, Kearney, etc., we're going to focus on Omaha. But this kind of gives you the current average in Omaha for the different levels of gas as well. And then you can compare different states, right? So this is Nebraska compared to national. And then if we go down to our neighbors here in Iowa, that should kind of pan out. Let me see if I can refresh this grid for you. Okay, let me try it this way. A, B, C, D, okay, so if we changed it to Iowa, here we go. Okay, we can just start from the beginning. So $3.19 is today's national average, and then in Iowa it's $2.84. These are the gas prices in Iowa, just scrolling down here. And again, it's the same drill for Iowa as it was for Nebraska. And then we can kind of see the range here for regular unleaded gas. How was the current average versus a while ago, etc. So again, I mean, from that national story that we saw, now is the time to be going out and really kind of taking advantage of those lower gas prices if you are doing any driving. And if you do want the latest weather to kind of decide, when would be best for you and your family to kind of hit the road to head back home or head out. Maybe you are working on Labor Day and then you're deciding to kind of, switch the hours a little bit here. You can always head to our website. That's firstalert6.com. So we'll head over there right now. Let me refresh this grid as well. On this top banner here, you can click on First Alert 6 Weather. And Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord has the Labor Day holiday weekend all lined out for you. So here's the hourly forecast if you're interested in hitting the road in the next few hours or so, depending on where you're coming from or headed to. Then we have the 3-day outlook, the 10-day, and then that weekend. So the upcoming weekend looking pretty good, right? And so here's the 10-day if you want to make your plans, make your travel plans as you're heading back into the work week and getting back ready for work and getting ready for autumn, quite possibly the best month ever. So anyway, thanks for joining me here again at the Alert Center. And for all your latest breaking news and stories that we're working on, you can go to our website. Again, that's firstalert6.com. And we'll have all your latest updates on weather, etc. on our broadcast today with our Dave Zavolinsky. That's coming up today at 3. We'll see you then.